I'm not a woman, but if I was a woman, I'm not opening my door. I'm not paying at a restaurant. I'm not choosing where to go eat. I'm not making the plans for the evening. If I was a woman, I would demand that I be treated like a queen, to be honored, respected, cherished, and valued. I would demand it because my standards would be so high for my life that the only man that could possibly ever think of being with me is a man that is fully in his masculine. And that's when you stop attracting little boys and you start attracting real men, is when you decide that you're worth it.
I demand to be treated like a king. I ain't cooking no dinner. I ain't washing no dishes, and I'm damn sure not washing no clothes. I demand a 5-star cooked meal every night, and it better be 3 courses or better. As a king, I'm to be honored, cherished, respected, and absolutely valued. As a king, I demand absolutely all of these things and keep my standards so damn high because of all of the awesome kingly shit that I've done within my life in order to be here. And because of my standards, the only woman that will try to be with me is a woman that's fully in her feminine. Gents, listen to me. That's how you attract feminine women and not these weak masculine women that come parading around us. You see when I switch it around how absolutely ridiculous that it sounds and why? All of the things that I'm saying and telling you guys would absolutely make sense if I was, and you all were doing king shit within your life. But see, we don't pander over here. We talk to men in their current reality of building themselves into king-like shit. But if I did, then I would rightfully be classified as a panderer, just like this lovely gentleman right here. And also, I wouldn't have a male audience because men tend to think with their logic, and their logic would say, well, would I be apt for all of this treatment if I haven't developed myself fully? Whereas women are much more likely to believe things that appeal to their emotional instability. But my friend, I know that you have a business, but what you're doing right here is you are irrationally and irresponsibly creating a legion of delusional modern women. This post right here was uploaded January 12th and has almost 1 million likes. Listen, you can continue to pander to these women to tout their queenness all that you want, but here's what I know. You are not a queen unless you have a king. And the majority of these women are only queens based off of their own perception to themselves, because no king would want to sign up for what they offer. I find it so interesting that there's men within the male spaces that have tried to qualify what a high value man actually is. And although they fought against it in the beginning, they came to accept it. But in the women pandering spaces, you are a queen just for existing. Modern women today have no requirements for queendom. It's just, I am a woman, therefore I am a queen. Treat me as such. Calling an average woman just a queen for existing breeds a level of entitlement that modern men today don't want to deal with anymore. Case in point.
So let's do story time. So this is a story just about a previous date that I've had. In the end, I really want to know if I'm wrong for thinking the way that I think. Okay, so I get there a little early and I valet. He's like a minute later than me, and I see that he parks across the street instead of choosing to valet. I don't really question it because, you know, to each their own, whatever. And then we go and have our dinner. We end up ordering like 3 courses, appetizer, entree, dessert. We had wine. I was really impressed by his palate. He didn't just stick to like the typical things. You know, he was a little adventurous in what he likes to eat. Also, it was a first date too, and he brought me flowers. I really did like that. They were red and white roses. They were pretty beautiful. So we're getting ready to leave. Mind you, we
3-course meal, wine, and roses on the first date. Pay attention.
didn't finish all of our food. So we both have leftover food and the flowers that he gave me. So we're walking to valet, and valet's like, okay, will that be cash or card? And I'm like, card, okay? So the guy literally does not even attempt to take out his card or like reach in his pocket or anything. Mind you, I have flowers in a hand and I have my leftover food in the hand too. So not only is he not even attempting to not pay for the valet, he's also like completely unbothered with the fact that my hands are full and I mean, I can't reach into my purse. So literally the valet guy is like, well, somebody gotta pay. So he takes my flowers. So I end up reaching in my bag and paying for the valet because somebody got to pay for it. Mind you, again, while we're having dinner, we're laughing and joking. Everything's going so good. I'm just so turned off that he didn't even attempt to try to pay for the valet.
Bruh.
And I'm really just a little taken back because I don't think I've ever had to pay for my own valet coming from a date, like ever. Like that's kind of weird and it kind of turned me off. So I called my friend afterwards when I got in the car and I was on my way home and I was like, just kind of explained everything the way I explained everything now. And I was like, girl, like, am I tripping that I'm upset that he didn't pay for my valet or like what? Because this has never happened before.
And a girl said, no, queen, you not tripping. Cause you's a queen. You should expect queen shit. Yeah, he paid for his own valet. He paid for his 3-course meal, your 3-course meal. He paid for red and white roses. He's at least $200 in the hole right now. Of course he was supposed to pay for your valet as he held the food and the roses that he bought for you. How dare you go into your pocketbook and attempt to be an adult? What's so crazy about this is that these are the same types of women that will claim their independence from men, but expect men to be chivalrous in nature. This is why so many modern men today are going abroad. What type of game, dating coaches, does this cover? You simply cannot win with women like this. What's the next step? The second date, she's gonna get pissed because you didn't pay her rent? But this is exactly the behavior that happens when you coach women into being queens when they've done nothing to qualify for queendom. Man literally did everything that he could to show his interest in you, but you still gave him attitude and you still disrespected him. Because after all the things that you women claim that he should be doing, except paying for the valet on top of all the other things that he paid for, this is what he got in return. Listen, ma'am, buy a cat and you know the rest. Questions, comments, concerns? Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. 1 million damn likes on something that was posted 2 weeks ago. That's literally the uphill battle that has to be climbed. You cannot create marriageable, worthy women by lying to them. Not everyone is a queen. Kingship is earned. Queendom is earned. But see, that's a logical conclusion, but they're not in the business of making logical conclusions. They're in the business of lying to make money. Last but not least, guys, link down below to the Modern Man's Playbook, which is my description of how to be a successful, happy, and joyous man and how you live your life to do that going into the future. It is the best resource out here for constructing your life in a valuable way. Until next time, YouTube. Peace!
You don't wanna see me get vexed. Bars on your phone, tell a man you can't jack. The big girl, the ones who can't stretch. Breaking the neck when we in the car next. You don't wanna see me get vexed. Bars on your phone, tell a man you can't jack. The big girl, the ones who can't stretch. Breaking the neck when we in the car next. Dead bars, need defibrillation ASAP. Get boxed with a straight guy. I'm reminded of my state they lack. Every time that they incline, we go way back. All they wanna be is just ruthless. Never seen